Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be doing a video for you again. My last video was so fun to do and it wasn't perfect. I know it wasn't perfect, but I am so proud of myself for getting it up and going through with it and actually doing my first YouTube video. I never thought that I was actually going to do it, and so I'm so happy that I actually went ahead and posted that. Even though it wasn't maybe the best work that I could have done, I'm super happy with it regardless, and it was fun to do. So I'm here doing another video for you guys. We are planning our next trip and we're looking forward to it, and with that comes having to pack, and everyone has to pack, and sometimes it can be kind of daunting. You don't know exactly what you need to bring, so I thought that today I would share with you just a couple of things that I would never leave my house without when it comes to traveling. After a couple of trips, you kind of fine-tune what you like to have with you, and so I just want to share with you what those things are, and hopefully that helps you, and hopefully you can find some use in some of these products. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I want to show you is my away luggage. I don't think that everyone needs to have the away luggage in particular. I think that it is very expensive and it's not really feasible for everyone to have, but I've really enjoyed mine. So if you have the means to get an away luggage in particular, I would highly recommend it. It has so much storage. I have just the carry-on, so it's quite small. And it looks quite small, but it actually isn't. It actually stores so much stuff. I've never had a problem. I've always maybe even overpacked for my trips and still haven't used everything. So, I mean, we've only gone away, we typically only go away for about a week at a time. So that makes a little bit of a difference, but I feel like having a carry-on is the most convenient thing that you can have, in my opinion. And also it stores so much stuff, and I feel like I've never actually needed to have more room or have a bag that was checked. I feel like having a carry-on is exactly what I've always needed, and so that's what I would recommend. I'm sure there are things that you can find other places that are more affordable. It's a hardcover, which I really like, because then you're not having the same wear and tear that you typically have with something that is fabric, for example. And so it's just very nice. The one thing that I really like about the Away in particular is the wheels. The wheels are very easy to roll. And that is something that I feel like if you do get something cheaper to look for, because it's really nice having something that rolls so incredibly easy and that you can get around with in a convenient way. So that's my away luggage. One of the other features that I really like about it is it does have the storage area for, and it's actually I don't know if it's a charger. I think it is a charger too. No, maybe not. I think it's just a storage area for a battery pack. So it comes with its own battery pack that you put in this little compartment. This little compartment right here, it is a little bit hard to open. One thing that I did find is it's a spring-loaded compartment. So when you put the battery pack in, it like clicks in and then you pop it out. And sometimes if there's some sort of like rocky environment that you're in, it has a chance of popping open and springing out, which is not ideal. You do have to take it out when you are going through security, so make sure you do that. Otherwise, that is that. I really, really like it. Oh, another feature that I like about it too is it has a lock feature, which is nice. So I'm just gonna open it up now, and then we'll just get an idea of what it looks like inside. So it looks small, I know. It totally looks small. Like I said, on a week vacation, you really shouldn't have any issues. And then if you're going for something longer, then you can buy a bigger suitcase if you want or if you need. I think I'm going to do another video showing you how I make the most out of my carry-on luggage and how I pack everything that I need. The one thing that you kind of run into problems with only taking a carry-on luggage is that you can't take as many liquids as maybe you might like. So if you need a lot of products, for example, then you can run into problems with that. But I would love to show you guys tips and tricks of how I really maximize the space of a carry-on luggage and how I like to travel with a carry-on luggage. So maybe I'll do that in another video. If you want to comment below saying that you want a video like that, I would really appreciate that, and then it tells me that that's something you guys would be interested in. So that is my away luggage. It's very cute, it's stylish, it's sleek, and it's something that I really enjoy having on all trips that I go on. So a lot of things that we bring on trips have to do with maximizing and optimizing our time at theme parks in particular. We really like going to Six Flags, Disney. It's been really much so about optimizing our time at those places. So we've bought products that we can use there, but I think that these are also products you can use anywhere that you're walking a lot, that you're gonna be away from your hotel room. Just in general, I think all of these products are gonna be things that are going to be useful while you're traveling, while you're just going on adventures and doing new things. It just makes your life a whole lot easier. So the next product I'd like to show you that I have really liked are my Hoka runners. These we bought for theme parks in particular, for when we went to Disney, our last time we went to Disney. So these are, which ones are these now? These are the Women's Bondi 8s, and I love them. These are like walking on a cloud. You can walk for so long in these. I did Disney before in different running shoes, and they were a lot flatter. They didn't have as much cushioning as these shoes do, and my feet were in so much pain. And these ones, even though my feet eventually were in pain, it took a lot longer. I think if you're walking as much as you do in Disneyland or Disney World, you're gonna be in some sort of pain. It's just not a natural thing to be walking and standing and in that much of a hurry for that amount of time for days and days on end and not experience some sort of pain. But these, it took a lot longer, and I was able to recover a lot faster than I was previously when we went to Disney World. So I would really recommend these. And then they're also really comfortable for your travel days. They're gonna be really comfortable in any setting where you're walking a lot in. Highly recommend them. They give you a lot of they're really tall, and they give you a lot of height as well. I am tall to begin with, so I don't need the height. So that's maybe one downfall. I feel like they're a little bit tall for me, but at the same time, the comfort is worth it. So yeah, if you need height, then these would also be great. But yeah, these are amazing shoes. Highly recommend if you are walking a lot, and even just on travel days, they're super comfortable. One thing I do want to note about them, I don't know if you can see this, but the little strap on the back broke, and it really did not take long for that to happen. I was just pulling my shoes on with it. I think it was maybe the third or fourth time that I used these shoes. The little strap pulled off, which is a little bit of a bummer. Also, mine are really dirty. Sorry about that. Like, you can see that they're really dirty. It's because we use them. Like, it's not like I just kept these in the box. These are something that I have used a lot, and I really like them. So there's gonna be wear and tear. That's just the reality of it. I do kind of want to contact Hoka and see. Actually, I don't know if I'm saying the brand name right. I feel like there are different ways to say it. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I do want to contact them and see if they could fix this, or if I could get something for it. I don't know. We'll see, but just be aware of that these straps aren't the strongest thing in the world, and maybe different types of Hokas have different types of straps. I'm not sure. My husband has a different type, and there are all kinds. So just like if you don't want the heel, again, if you don't want that much cushion, you can definitely get something else that works for you. There are so many of these available, and men's and women's, maybe kids, I'm not too sure. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by any of the products that I am saying today. I'm just telling you products that I have used, are tried and true by me, and I really like. So I'm not obviously getting anything for this. This is my second video after all. One thing that I actually didn't tell you guys about is that the away luggage does come with this little shoe bag too, so that's always fun. My shoes are large, my feet are large. I'm a size 10 women's, and these fit my Hokas no problem. And these are big shoes too, like they're not small, so it's a good, it's also a good bag to have too for your shoes, and you can fit quite a bit of stuff in there. I'm sure that you can fit more than one pair of shoes if you have smaller feet. That shouldn't be a problem. So the next thing that I want to highlight is just having a belt bag. I think having a belt bag while you're traveling is incredibly beneficial for a number of reasons. It is something that you can fit actually a surprising amount of stuff in. So this is just the Lululemon bag that I use on a daily basis. And then also, if you're not wanting to get a Lululemon bag in particular, my husband just got this one off of Amazon, and this one's actually a bigger one than the Lululemon. I think this is a 2-liter bag, and the Lululemon one that I have is a 1-liter bag. I use that all the time. I love it. I know some people might think that it's hard to downsize from a bigger bag to go to a Lululemon belt bag or to a belt bag in general, but it's actually, it holds so much more than you think it does. It has everything that I need in here. Other than like, I feel like a bigger bag is good when you're, for example, like we live in Canada and in winter time, the one thing that I miss about not carrying a purse or a bigger purse is that I can't put like a toque and mitts and stuff in there. Like that just doesn't work. Toque, aka beanie if you're in the States. So that's a little bit of a downside to the belt bag. Having a belt bag when you're traveling in particular is super nice because you can have everything that you need very close to you, and it's just good for safety. You can keep all of your photo ID that you need, all of your credit cards, your money and everything, and it's always right with you. It's always right there, which is really, really nice. Another thing is a small enough bag that if you go to a theme park, for example, you're not having to worry about carrying a big bag around with you and having to put it places where you don't necessarily want to have it. It can just be on your person at all times, depending on the ride obviously that you go on, but most of them you can carry it with you and you won't have a problem. That's why we like them a lot, because then we're not carrying around big bulky backpacks. The first time that we went to Disney World, we ended up bringing jackets with us just in case it rained. We didn't do that the second time, I don't think. I think I just brought a sweater with me and tied it around my waist, and then I also had my belt bag with everything in it. My husband had his belt bag as well. That's something that works for us as a couple without kids, but I know that if you have kids, then right away you need a lot more stuff, so it's a little bit different then, but I would never leave home without my belt bag. I really, really like it. Again, you don't have to get a Lululemon one in particular. There are many available on the market that you can get, and yeah, if you want something bigger for more stuff, then absolutely, by all means, get that one for sure. I think that I'll make another video again about what we bring to theme parks, because that's a whole nother list. Like what is in our bag for a theme park is tailored to what we have needed while we have been in the various theme parks that we have been in. So I will do another video about that if that's something you guys are interested in. Again, comment down below if that's something you guys want to see. That would be fantastic. Okay, so another thing that I never leave the house without when I'm traveling is a good ball cap. This is a Nike one. It's kind of a low profile. It's a canvas cap, and I just don't forget it. It's something that I feel like is forgotten quite often when you are traveling or just in general. And I feel like if I'm going somewhere hot, or if I'm going to, again, to a theme park, for example, I want to have this hat. It's just going to protect you so well from the sun, especially if you aren't in the place to reapply sunscreen over and over again during the day. Having that extra protection is really important. We live up north, and that's something that we're not used to. We're not used to a crazy amount of sun, and we're going away during the winter typically. So if we're going away in the winter, we're not used to sun, our skin is just gonna like go nuts, and it often does. We often come away with some sort of burn because we're just not used to it when we go down south. But that's my recommendation, bring a cap along. Okay, this next thing that I am going to show you is my absolute must on travel day. You absolutely need to have this, especially if you're coming from somewhere cold and going to somewhere warm. It's a must. You're definitely not going to be bringing a big jacket with you when you're going somewhere warm. I can see if you're traveling within the country in Canada during the winter time, absolutely you can bring a big jacket with you, not an issue. But if you're traveling somewhere warm, you're not going to be carrying that big jacket around. And I know growing up with my parents, we would always just like leave our jackets. We call them parkas. I don't know if that's a universal term, but we would leave our big jackets with whoever was dropping us off at the airport, and we would go, and then we would just be like without a jacket. It's still cold in the airport. It's still cold on the airplane. Like, it's still cold in all of these places. So without our jackets, you kind of feel a little bit exposed. I do, at least. So I like to have something warm at least. That is where this puffer vest comes in. This is just the puffer vest from Aritzia, and what I really like about this vest in particular is, one, it is so warm. Like, it is incredible how warm this thing can get. It might even be too warm. So when you're in that cold airplane, if you're like me and you sit by the window and you don't let your husband sit by the window, I totally get that. But it is kind of cold by that wall. That's just kind of the way that airplanes work, or a lot of airplanes do work that way. So this is an absolute must to keep you warm. I also find airports to be pretty cold too, so this thing helps so much. And I will tell you another thing that I love about it that makes it so travel friendly in particular is that it has this little pocket inside of it, and then you just kind of flip it in on itself, and you tuck the vest into its own pocket, and they've called it the little puff. If you're wondering which vest it is, I'm not sure if they still have it. I got this a couple years ago for Christmas, and so I'm not sure. Maybe they have something even better now than they did back then, but this is amazing. So it folds in on itself. It's like, it was a big vest. It's a full-size vest. It's not a crop. And you just zip it up. And one thing that I like to use this for is a little pillow on the airplane. It's so perfect for that. And it's small now, like, it's compact. You can stick it into a backpack. The way that we like to travel is with a carry-on each and a backpack each. So I just stick this thing in a backpack when I'm not using it, and it's small enough to do so. It's fantastic. I honestly would never go traveling without this anymore. It's my favorite product by far on this list. If you're gonna buy anything from this list today, I would definitely recommend it be this vest. It is a serious game changer. It just keeps you so comfortable when you are on those travel days. So I'm almost done here. I have a couple of more products. I thought we would go a little bit into tech and then we would be done with this. One thing that we like having along that I don't think we use very much, but it's something we like having along with us, is various battery packs. A lot of these came with luggages. I know this one came with a luggage. This one came with my away luggage, as I was saying earlier. This one is just, it's called a Power Station Extreme Boost. Actually, I think this one they claim you can boost your car with. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not, but it is something that was given to us for Christmas one year, and we love having these along. We keep them charged up before we leave on our vacation, and then we have them basically for our whole vacation. Even if we don't use them, it's nice to have them around. I know the biggest place that we end up using them is when we are in theme parks. We don't actually use them on our travel days because we haven't been on very long travel days, but I know if you're going on like a long travel day and maybe even long travel days, these are definitely nice to have when you're in the airport. A lot of airports now do have little charging stations, but I've seen them be like extremely busy. So if you want to rely on yourself to keep all of your devices charged, then absolutely take as many battery packs as you think that you need. We have 3, so we just take them all along with us just so that we have them. But yeah, it's definitely overkill if you don't think you're gonna need them. We just like having them along just to have that extra little bit of security in case something does go wrong and we need our devices for something. You don't really want to be without your devices in a foreign country if you can avoid it, that's for sure. So another thing that I would recommend is having a spare pair of headphones. I love my Bluetooth headphones. These are Bose. They are, I believe, the Sport earbuds is what they're called. I love them. They do the job. The only problem is that they die very quickly, and I think that's just the reality with Bluetooth headphones. I mean, it depends on which ones you have. I've used like the over-the-ear headphones, and those last a lot longer, or they seem to, but if you have these little earbuds, these die very, very quickly. So I would just recommend bringing along an extra pair of plug-in headphones if you have them, or if you have another pair of Bluetooth headphones, like wow, fantastic, good for you. But for me, what works the best is just bringing another pair of like plug-in headphones as a backup, just so that I'm not waiting in between for my Bluetooth headphones to charge up. These do charge very fast. I think the full charge in half an hour is definitely doable, but if you don't want to wait that half an hour, I mean, for me, I would probably just stare at the map, to be honest with you. I'm just one of those people who like wants to know where we are at all times. So I'm okay with that, decently okay with that. But if you're someone who doesn't want to wait, definitely bring a spare pair of headphones along so that you can continue to enjoy your media throughout your flight, and you don't have to worry about it, or throughout your travel day. So I think with that, that is all I have for you guys. So I think I will list everything below for you guys to see exactly what was in this video. I don't know if I'm gonna link them. I will see how that works, but again, I'm not being supported by any of these products. I just wanted to show you my tried and true products that I really enjoy using on my travel days while at the destination, in theme parks in particular, and hopefully you get some value out of this, and you can buy some of these products to yourself and try them out. Like I said, I highly recommend them, and I think they're gonna help you. If you like this video and you wanna see more like this, or anything that I mentioned before, please feel free to like this video, comment saying that you wanna see other videos like this and other videos that I mentioned before. That would be so appreciated. And if you feel like it, please subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you again next time.